Hello friends, we are discussing one dimension motion. In one dimension motion, the first thing that we will see is position time graph. It can be also called as displacement time graph. Then we'll look into the velocity time graph, and then further we'll discuss about the scope of acceleration time graph. So in this position time graph, these are the two standard graphs. From the graph we can obtain displacement and velocity. How can we calculate displacement? How can we calculate velocity? This is the first example. After this we discussed one more second example, and now again to apply these conclusions we'll discuss this third example too. This will help us to clarify the concept of position time graph, or also you can say displacement time graph. So this is the question given, that for this given data we have to calculate this first thing, second thing, third thing, fourth, and okay, there is one more question. What does negative velocity signify? We'll see the at the last. Now here data is not in the form of a graph, but we are used to calculate all these things from the graph. So let us convert this data into the graphical form. So from the question itself it is clear, displacement is on the x-axis and time is on the y-axis. Since there is a negative number, we draw graph from some middle point. Time is 2, 4, 8, 12. Let us mark it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And positions 5, 20, minus 10, 10. So it will be 5, 10, 15, 20. Downside it will be minus 5, minus 10. So at 2 seconds it is at the position 5. So at 0, let us say it is at 0, in 2 seconds it is at the position 5. Now at 4th second it is at the 20. So at 4th second it is going on to the 20. So this position B. Then at the 8th second it is at the position C. C is minus 10. So at the position 8, so graph will cross like this. So this is the point C. At minus 10 the time is 8 seconds, and at the plus 10 time is 12 seconds. So at the plus 10, this is the plus 10, 12 seconds. So here D. So from A, this is the A, let's say this is the origin O, right? So from O to A to B, B to C, C to D. Let us calculate these things for this graph. It's now easy. Velocity between the BC, negative slope, right? As I said, if the angle is obtuse, this is the acute angle. If the angle is more than 90, the angle is always measured with respect to positive x-axis. Compulsory. If angle is more than 90, this is obtuse angle. So obtuse angle, negative slope. So here again, if we try to calculate velocity, we will use this formula, perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is this part, 20, 10. Final position is minus 10. Initial position is final position minus initial position upon the base. Base is this part, change in time. So from 4 to 8. So final time minus initial time, change in time. So that is minus 30 upon 4. If we want to, that will be 15, that will be minus 7.5 meters per second. See, negative velocity. It has velocity but in the reverse direction. A to D, displacement between A to D. So from A to D, what is the displacement? So displacement is simple. Final position minus initial position. Let us see what is the final position, D. At D, the position is 10 minus initially the position is 0. And initially the position is 0. So final minus initial. 10 meter is the displacement. In undergoing complete motion, the body has only displaced by 10 meters. Graph also we can see it started from 0 and ending on 10. So directly 10 meters we can conclude. Average velocity, that is total displacement upon total time. Total displacement we have calculated here from A to D. Sorry, this displacement from A to D, not O to D. So A is initial position, that is 5. So it will be 5 meters here. Sorry, it is A to D. displacement from A to D, not O to D. So if final position is D, that is 10, initial position is A, that is 5, so 5 meters. Total displacement is from O to D, so displacement from O to D will be 10 meters, right? And total time will be 12 meters. So average velocity is 10 upon 12, 5 upon 6 meters per second. CED, positive slope, positive velocity, again perpendicular upon base, displacement time graph or position time graph, its slope will give you velocity. Formula for the slope is perpendicular upon base. This is the perpendicular, value is 10, here value is minus 10. So total height will be 20 meters. So you can write down 20. And base is this, final minus initial, so 12 minus 8, 4. Here also similarly, final is minus 10, final is 10 D, and initial is minus 10, so 10 minus 10 becomes 20. So this one, if you calculate, it will be 5 meters per second is the velocity in the CD. What does negative velocity signifies? It states that direction of motion is reverse. So based on this information on the one-dimensional motion, we have gone through position time graph. Next we'll go to the velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. First we discussed position time graph, or you can also say displacement time graph, and now we have VT graph, position time graph. The first type of the graph that I am going to discuss in velocity time graph, please keep this in mind that time is always taken on the x-axis and velocity is other thing is always taken on the y-axis. So first type of the graph, I have a horizontal line, right? So this horizontal line here, velocity, this is velocity means there is some numerical value, let's say 30 meters per second. The numerical value is 30 here and the unit is meter per second. So same velocity is continued. So under this condition, we can say that acceleration is 0 and body is under the uniform motion, or also you can say velocity is constant. From the graph, velocity time graph, it is a horizontal line. The first thing which we can conclude is that acceleration is 0. Other thing we can say about the motion, that it is a uniform motion. Uniform motion means equal distance in equal time. And the third thing which we can conclude is velocity is constant, means the velocity is not changing. Since velocity is constant, we can calculate displacement from this graph. How? So let us see till 30 seconds. So here displacement will be given by velocity into time. Velocity is 30, right? 30 and time 30 seconds. So it is 900 meters is the displacement. So in 30 seconds body undergoes 900 meters of displacement. We calculated area of this graph. So most important conclusion of the velocity time graph is that area of VT graph will give us displacement. The first important conclusion of this velocity time graph. Let us discuss second type of the graph, in which, let's say, graph is a straight line parallel to the velocity. However, can you guess what type of a motion it is, or what can you say about this? Within almost horizontal means within no time, within time equal to 0, velocity increase so much. Practically we say it not possible. It is never possible. Within no time the body is gaining very high velocity. That is practically not possible. However, the graph can be slightly inclined. When it is slightly inclined, it says that within a very small time, body gained very high velocity. This is possible in the case of a rocket launch, As soon as the spark appears, rocket in no time gains large velocity, right? Suddenly, or we can say a very high acceleration. You speed up your vehicle, suddenly again the velocity will increase. Then the next standard type of the graph we discuss under the velocity time graph is a velocity time graph that is inclined to the time axis. Velocity must be in meters per second and time in seconds. What are the conclusions that can be obtained from this graph? We can see that as the time is increasing, velocity is also changing. So this body has a increasing velocity. Since velocity is increasing, we say acceleration is greater than 0. There is some acceleration in this body. Obviously, body is in the motion. Now, let us try to calculate the slope of this graph. To calculate slope, we should know the theta. Then directly tan theta will give me the slope. But since I don't know tan theta, I will use this formula perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is this value and base is this value. This is 30 seconds. So again, perpendicular is 30 meters per second and the base is 30 seconds, which gives me as 1 meter per second square. Hence, the slope of the velocity time graph will give me acceleration. This is the second most important conclusion of the velocity time graph, that slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. Next, another type of the standard graph that I would like to discuss under this category, velocity time graph. Let's say graph is having a negative slope. Now again, in this negative slope, we can say that body is having a negative acceleration. That means body is braking, velocity is falling with the time, right? So also we can conclude that the body has a decreasing velocity. These are some simple graphs I have drawn for the velocity and time. You can also draw graph for yourself. Let me give you a question to draw the graph. You can write a question as draw graph for a body falling from top of building. Draw graph for motion of ball played by a kid. Ball is bounced against the floor again and again. Another question, a ball falling on floor from your hand till it comes to stop. Represent this motion in form of graph. These are some practical questions which you may see in your everyday life. Try to plot them, otherwise we'll discuss out in the coming lectures. Keep watching. Next thing, we move on to the velocity time graph is we do some numericals to better understand the application of these two conclusions, that area of the VT graph gives displacement and slope of the VT graph gives acceleration. So let us solve this question on velocity time graph. The body is increasing its velocity to the 50 in the time 10 seconds. Then in next 20 seconds, body maintains its velocity and then it again comes to the rest in the next 20 seconds. This is just like you take a vehicle, go to the shop, go to the highway, with the same speed you drive some distance, again come back to your original, reach to the some destination C. maybe from home to the school. So we have to calculate this 10 things. Let us see how to calculate velocity between the OA. So we know conceptually that velocity between the O to A part, this can be calculated as total displacement upon total time. Total displacement will be area under the graph. You must remember these conclusions regarding the VT graph, that area of the VT graph will give you displacement and slope of the VT graph will give you acceleration. So area we will calculate. To calculate the displacement, that will be half, base is 10, height is 50 and upon total time is 10. So there we get 25. So velocity is 25 meters per second. This is actually the average velocity, because velocity is increasing, right? It is not constant. This is some average velocity between this interval. Velocity BC. BC, again here we will get average velocity. Since the velocity is changing at every instant, we will get average velocity here. That will be again total displacement upon total time. Total displacement will be area under the graph, half, base is 20, height is 50, upon time is 30 to 20 seconds. 20 gets cancelled, 25. So this again 25 meters per second. This again an average velocity of coming to rest. Acceleration in the part BC. So acceleration, slope of the graph. So slope we will calculate. So slope if we calculate, that is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is this, final position minus initial position. So final position is 0 minus initial position is 50. For the base, final position is 50, initial position is 30. So this will give you minus 50 by 20. So that is minus 2.5 meters per second square. So acceleration is negative. See, graph is negative, so acceleration is negative. Negative graph or negative acceleration is also called as retardation or deceleration. Which acceleration is greater, in the OA or BC? BC we have calculated. Let us see OA. Obviously our answer will be acceleration in the OA, right? You can give the reason. It is because slope is positive. Other way you can write down this answer as, do the calculations for OA. If you calculate accelerations for the OA, that is slope, that is perpendicular upon base, perpendicular is 50, base is 10, so 5 meters per second. So here is the positive value, here is the negative value. So obviously OA is greater. This is from your graphical conclusion. This is by calculation you get the answer. Next question, which part of the graph has deceleration? So I said deceleration means negative slope. So negative slope is for the BC. So part BC has deceleration. Is acceleration greater or deceleration greater? So acceleration is in the part OA, whose value is 5, and deceleration is in the part BC, whose value is minus 2.5. So obviously acceleration is greater. What is negative acceleration? Negative acceleration means retardation, or it can be also called as deceleration. Anything you can call it as. Total displacement, it is again total area under the graph. Let's calculate total area. Total area is made up of, either you can use the formula of this trapezium, or you can divide this complete graph into parts. Let's say this is the first part triangle, second part rectangle, and the third part triangle. So area of this triangle will be half, base into height is 50. Rectangle, its area will be length 30 minus 10, 20, into height 50 minus 0, 50, plus again this, it will have a negative slope, so I put negative sign. Half, base will be, actually it should be 20, and height will be minus 50. So minus I have already taken, so no need to. So this will be 10. If we simplify, 250 meters, 1000 minus 500. So this will give us minus 250. This is 750 meters is the total displacement. Average velocity will be total displacement. Total time is 50. So 15 meters per second is the average velocity. Is body at rest in the part AB? No, body is not at all at rest. Only horizontal line in position time graph determines rest. Horizontal line in velocity time graph determines constant velocity. You must remember. So this is the numerical. If you have liked, please comment, share, subscribe. Thank you.